Alright. Go with that. Let's indent. Okay. Dragon Age Inquisition. Continue. Boom, boom. If everyone is ready to report in, wonderful. Let's see what it is. Gun crustwood. Calendaris. Again, that's a high level. I don't get that. Salted plain. Next area. You know what? Let's go spend some money. Let's go buy.
Your worship.
Right, two of those two of these things. Gotta do what you gotta do. Get that influence. So I can get the perks. I believe I've picked out all the ones that have to do with dialogue.
Something you wanted to talk about?
I want to know more about...
I'll tell you what I can.
So how do I get access to that
Worship.
one area in the Storm Coast? See, so inventory capacity, one more potion slot. Meh. Get more money from selling things. Does that 10% discount apply to the one dude though? If it does, then that's pretty nice. For available raw materials. And I can get sales. More materials isn't a bad thing. 10% chance to receive extra herbs. Wider would be pretty nice. More XP. Better spotting. Rare herbs. XP increase Killing foes. More focus. 10% increased defense. Well, I think we want to grab the schematics. Inquisitor. The experiment was a success and these readings are remarkable. By overlaying the relative strength of the veil over maps of Orlais and Ferelden, I have extrapolated points where small rifts are more likely to develop. This should let us deploy Inquisition forces more wisely while still protecting people who would otherwise be threatened by demons. In addition, I have located one node of possible interest in the hinterlands, a very large rift that has not yet opened. It may be worth investigating the area. Solus. Well, it looks like we're going back to the hinterlands. Again. The caravan spotted by Sarah's friends was abandoned after our offer to buy it. There is no documentation to show who arranged it. It appears our scrutiny was enough to scare them off. An amulet of power. The creature has been cornered and saddled. The nippings were severe, but it waits for the Inquisitor to claim it in the stables. Mind your fingers. Metals, resources, glitter. Troubles of Red Jenny. Josephine has always wanted a copy of her ancestral family crest from before the Montpelliers were exiled from Orlais. I tracked one down for her. Said Liliana. Let's see. I'll never understand how they function with the same name. A memo from Liliana, written on a letter from Sarah. Sometimes we trade off baddies. Some knob learns your tricks, message another, Red Jenny. Now you're twice as hard to catch. Looks like magic, except no demons. No magic, I suppose. Anyway, the caravan we took over? There's 2 leads on that from 2 other Jennies. Good ones, too. There. Simple sketches of the other Red Jennies and their locations are scribbled below. Their mustaches seem improbable. Navarra Johi, Tantarville Charade. Let's see, funded from Tantarville, they may be open to an alliance after the trouble. Kirkwall. North. I think we'll wait for Liliana to be available for that one. Oh shit, I wanted... Yeah, no, I want Cullen for this one.
To work?
And the dragon materials. And then we want to send Josephine on this one. Politicking. Find the powerful rift. Well, that sounds like it'll be fun. Oh, it's all... You know what, maybe come back when we can do letter from a fucking lover. And then who does this apply to? Sarah. While classify all of your abilities are no cooldown, each unique ability used while classifier is active increases its duration. That's pretty good. Alright, let's go to the Exalted Plains. So we'll be bringing Cole, Solus, we gotta roll with Iron Bull. Iron Bull.
Inquisitor, welcome to the Exalted Plains, a place with a long and bloody history. Even now, the region is volatile. This was a front in the Civil War. Now there's rebels called the Freemen of the Dales.
Isn't the Civil War still
recently
ongoing? Because
emerged
we
and
haven't
adding
solved
to
that
the chaos.
problem. I haven't done. I haven't. Oopsies.
This is where the elves made their last stand, isn't it?
Ah, you've studied the Dales. Yes. When offered a chance to lay down their arms and surrender, they refused.
This rebel group. Tell me more about them.
They seem to be simple deserters, tired of fighting and dying for either the Empress or the Grand Duke. Now they want the Dales for their own. Worse, they're more organized than we anticipated. Be wary.
What else can you tell me?
Scouts have sighted Dalish elves. There must be a clan camped somewhere on the plains.
That will be all. Thank you.
With the rifts and the undead, the Orlesians have lost ground. Most have been driven back to their forts. We have to stabilize the region, allowing the Imperial Army to re-establish its presence. Good luck, Your Worship. You'll need it.
Dispatch for you.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Orlesian culture. The fuck? Oh, that's gotta be unique. Yeah, 3 ancient writings, 5 Orlesian okay. Okay, so we have a unique one. That's nice. Got a parkour for this one? Motherfucker. The plaque on the statue reads, "Let the eternal flame purify your soul." Let the light of Andraste lift your spirits. Big bitch.
Keep off the ramparts. I wonder why.
Let's find out.
The Inquisition have arrived. They will take the Dales and say it is the Herald of Andraste's right. There is no such right. These lands should be yours. You cannot allow the Inquisition to gain a foothold. As Orlay's true defenders, you know what to do, Gordian. A little bitch, Gordian. The Path of Flame. Remember where Andraste's champions first set foot in the Exalted Plains? Called Death of Aran by the elves. Palam Sharal's dark heart was conquered, but one last challenge came from the elves, who would not submit to the Maker. They gathered upon the plain. Our champions answered their call. Marching in Andraste's light on the Path of Flame, Lord Demetrius Aaron, Sister Amity, and Sir Brandis of Lake Celestine, called the Silver Helm. I wonder what kind of reapers we'll find here. Embrium. Don't need that. Dear Sir, enclosed is payment for the last shipment. The Lord greatly enjoyed the fish, prepared exactly as you recommended. How do you do it? Please keep them coming. He has a hankering for trout this week. And that's a lot of trout.
Look at that. Watchtowers set up to warn us if bandits or apostates attack.
I suppose the Inquisition is trying to protect the Shems.
They're protecting everyone.
Hi, how are you? I'm the
How did you
Inquisitor.
sleep last night?
I still have the dreams, but when I wake up and see the watchtowers, at least I can go back to sleep.
Sir? Why were you just standing next to the corpse?
How can anyone stop these things?
Are you Imperial Army?
Yes, Your Worship. I fight on the side of Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, rightful Emperor of Olay.
The peace talks in Halam Shiral mean an end to hostilities, don't they?
We're no longer fighting each other, but the demons.
Ah, yes,
The
they have a
dead.
truce, I think.
It was easier when we fought just men. You can win against
Solus
men.
is spinning.
What's happened here?
We were trying to retake the ramparts from the dead. They rise here, somewhere within these trenches. It started when those free men showed up. Strange lights, like blue fire. It must be magic. But the free men are just deserters from the armies. How could they have managed this? And why?
I should be going.
Ah, yes, that's right. Okay. Bow of helpful as. There's a. Oh, we can grab that quest later. Do they just keep rising? I think they'll just keep rising until I deal with it.
There may be more of these pits. We'll have to find them.
Now let's do a bunch of fucking looting. Oh, it's above me. My loved ones, if this letter reaches you, know that I died and died well, in service of the noble Grand Duke. I did not run like others did when the battle grew too much. I do not lose faith in the Maker. I was courageous to the end. Yours always, Julian. Whoa! Iron Bull, why are you so slow at? I think I'm gonna get fucking Sandra back. You suck. Damn it. Bro. Oh. I see you, Lord. This scrap of parchment bears a sketch of a woman. Beneath it a written line. The sight of you is the only thing keeping me strong. Bloodstone. I have that. Nope, I've picked up bloodstone until now. Ooh, piece of candy. Got any loot over here? That looks like a chest. It's fucking not, but okay.
You've got an odd style, Solus. Your spells are a bit different from the Circle Mages, or the Vince.
That comes from being self-taught. I discovered most magic on my own, or learned it from my journeys in the Fade.
I've seen self-taught warriors. Even the good ones have something awkward in their style. Something that clunks. I don't get that from you. Maybe magic is different.
Or, without magical training, you cannot notice the parts of my magic that clunk.
Clever defense. You liar.
Cleaning up takes longer than anything else.
Under protection of the Inquisition.
Still stinks of the dead.
Free men bastards. Tired of waiting. Tired of waiting.
Did you see how they cut through those
Tired
things?
of waiting around.
Maker. They did it. I can't believe they retook the ramparts.
I did.
Maybe if we got word to the Marshal. But Fort Reverson surrounded by undead and locked down.
What's happened here?
It started when those free men showed. It must be
Huh.
magic.
Let's grab the quest that's over here. Open sesame. Right, God. I'll be gone by the time you get back. Heading to Lydes. Join me as soon as you can. I left some supplies in the hollow of the old tree, the one near the ruin. It should be enough to pay for someone to take you to the city. Be safe, Father.
We've been scouting the region, Your Worship. I've some supplies here you may find useful.
Thank you. Demetrius's end. Remember Lord Demetrius Aaron, the only one of Andraste's champions to fall. The forces of the Exalted March met the elves upon the field. Our numbers far exceeded theirs. The champions kind and fair gave the elves a chance for peace, but the elves would not lay down their arms. They slew Lord Demetrius in their charge. Make her take him to his side. New animal. Had to kill it. Had to get the codex. Oh, fuck to it. What? Okay, let's see. How do I get up to that thing? I don't think I can get it. I think I gotta go around. Oh shit, hello, sir.
Who is it? Philippe? Is that you?
No.
Oh, merde.
What happened here?
We were on patrol, 5 of us, looking for supplies. Overwhelmed by undead, I ran, Please take this to Commander Jehan. The Citadel in the north. Tell her.
Okay. I'll get to that eventually. Just gonna burn this real quick. Hope you don't mind. Get down here. No, it's below me. Where is it below me? Okay, it's on this level. Going the wrong way? No. The traveler asked the Ashkari, what was your vision of our purpose? Great Ashkari replied, I'll tell you a story. A vast granite statue stands on an island, holding back the sea. The heavens crown its brow, it sees to the edge of the world. The sea drowns its feet with every tide. The heavens turn overhead, light and dark. The tide rises to devour the earth and falls back. The sun and the stars fall to the sea one by one in their turn, only to rise again. The tide rises, the tide falls, but the sea is changeless. Struggle is an illusion. There is nothing to struggle against. The deception flows deeper. The statue resists the ebb and flow of the sea and is whittled away by each wave. It protests the setting sun, and its face is burned looking upon it. It does not know itself. Stubbornly, it resists wisdom and is transformed. You love purpose, fall into the tide, let it carry you. Do not fear the dark. The sun and the stars will return to guide you. You've seen the greatest kings build monuments to their glory only to have them crumble and fade. How much greater is the world than their glory? The purpose of the world renews itself with each season. Each change only marks a part of the greater whole. The sea and sky themselves. Nothing special, only pieces. Tome of Kuslun, Sol Canto. The legend of Les Trois Sœurs is often repeated in Orlais and has an incredible number of variations. In some, the sisters are depicted as innocent on the surface, but are eagerly engaging in body exploits the moment they escape from their chaperone. In others, the sisters are heroic, valiantly solving any number of problems, sometimes unintentionally, before returning home. In still others, the sisters are clueless, bumbling from one adventure to the next, unwittingly leaving riots and chaos in their wake. The nature depends on who is still telling the story or where they heard it last. Sometimes it's a raunchy tale for tavern drunks, other times it's a scandalous tale told to criticize either the Empress or the Chantry. There are some elements in common between all these stories, however. They always revolve around the adventures of three sisters of the Montbéliard clan, Brielle, Marie, and Charisse. They are depicted as young women typical of Orlesian nobility, versed in social graces but innocent of the world outside of their sheltered existence. One day, while traveling with their chaperone, always referred to as La Bête, and usually depicted as a large and vindictive woman, they become separated and lost on the streets of Val Royeaux. Bewildered at finding themselves alone, the three sisters panic and end up in the infamous Belle Marche, an area of the capital renowned for its garish and celebratory seediness. In all versions of the legend, this is where the sisters' adventures truly begin. From Tales of Val Royeaux by Lord Werner Jacquin. Map of the Navarras. Okay. Let's go towards that rift. How the fuck do I get to said rift? That's a good question, me. I do not know how. Hold on. I bet there's something in that building. There's got to be something in that house. Oh shit, there's another one of those things. We gotta deal with that. Hey Dom, I know it's you poking in my stuff. I saw you following me in my stash. I could smell you from 100 yards. Don't think you'll be getting what you lost to Wicked Grace. It's not going to happen. Let's be serious. You can try to get to it, but we both know you won't, lard ass. Damn. Oh, it's above me. How do I... Can't really climb this thing. Can I? Question is, yes I can. Maybe. God damn it. No. Huh. Nah. Got him. Whoa. Okay, let's deal with the thingamabob that's over there. The magic bitch. The undead. How do I get to you? Spooky, scary skeletons. Oh, hello, bitch. How many? Oh, so much loot. The loot. Mind me? Excuse me, sir. What are you doing?
Everyone hurts.
Yes, that's all. It's part of the human experience. Pain. Yeah. Calming victory rise. I don't know why I read that as claiming. That's what my brain saw. Ooh, crash fan. I don't think I've picked that up yet. Climb here. A bit of jumpy jump. We clean this place up, please. Make it look nice.
World's a mess.
Demons, deserters, rebels, mages.
Is this a way through? Wait a minute there. Looks like there could be something back here. Ah, loot. Oh. Book. I've heard about some of the soldiers joining a new organization. Rebels fighting for freedom. There's always a cause, isn't there? I'm tired of causes. I'm gonna live for myself from now on. The world can go screw itself. I'm done with all of it. That person has a can-do attitude. Okay, Cole, we have you finished there. We know he's a preparatory. Your attacks are even deadlier against targets that are close to death already. Hello, Hala, dear. No, it's over there. That's the path I saw through. Under protection of the Inquisition. Huzzah.
We should look around.
I was on top of the fucking rock. I'll see it. Ooh. 166. Poopy. Stinky poo-poo. Bitch. Don't think I don't see you. Oh, that's a new thing. Ow! Whoa! Whoa! Revenant. Look at the farmer's valuables. Oh, there, Mr. Chest. Generates moderately less threat. I think I gotta put that on coal. Right, because I still have coal. Let's swap that. Less threat than normal. It's a bit better for a fucking rogue. Gale, I have perused the library in Villa Morale. There are tales of a hidden elven power in the Dales. I entrust you with the task of unearthing this power. It could be a weapon or a fight for freedom. They say the key is in Dirthavaren, in the writing on the stones. As I understand it, that is the elven name for the Exalted Plains. It is full of ruins. I know of one by the river, west of where the armies are camped. A shrine to Soleil. Start there, Sir August. Sir August? Sir August? Ah. Means there's something nearby. I hear it. My sweet doorbell. Things have gotten worse since last I wrote. There's no end to the madness, strange lights on the plains, soldiers torn limb from limb. Some of the men think there is an elven curse on the land. But I am gone and will put all this from my mind. If Celine wants to keep her throne, she can take up arms against her cousin, the demons and whatever else. I would like to return home, darling, but I must disappoint you. I may no longer fight for the Empress, but I still fight for Orlais. There's a rebel group gathering in the Emerald Graves Forest. People like me, tired, wanting a change. I met some of them. It feels right. There's something big planned, to take the Dales, to wipe out the old politics. I'm hopeful. I know you would be too. Wait for me. Benji. This revealed symbol shows two ravens. The revealed symbols show two ravens. One grips a heart in its talons, the other a mirror.
This is part of a larger set.
You're gonna make me hunt more shit down? With pleasure. I like finding things.
Thank you for this, Inquisitor. We are not far from where my friend was summoned.
Everything here is blurry. It wants to forget, but now the rocks are solid.
These aren't mages. The bodies are burned, and these claw marks. No. No, no, no.
I saw something phase in over there.
My friend.
Oh, he big.
Ah!
The mages turned your friend into a demon.
Yes.
You said it was a spirit of wisdom, not a fighter.
A spirit becomes a demon when denied its original purpose.
So they summoned it for something so opposed to its own nature that it was corrupted. Fighting.
Let us ask them.
A mage! You're not with the bandits? Do you have any lyrium potions? Most of us are exhausted. We've been fighting that demon.
You summoned that demon! Except it was a spirit of wisdom at the time. You made it kill! You twisted it against its purpose!
I understand how it might be confusing to someone who has not studied
Dumbass.
demons, but after you help us, I can...
We are not here to help you.
Word of advice? I'd hold off on explaining how demons work to my friend here.
Listen to me. I was one of the foremost experts in the Kirkwall
Shut up. You summoned it to protect you from the bandits.
Yes.
You bound it to obedience, then commanded it to kill. That is when it turned. The summoning circle. We break it, we break the binding. No orders to kill, no conflict with its nature, no demon.
What? The binding is the only thing keeping the demon from killing us. Whatever it was before, it is a monster now.
Inquisitor, please!
I've studied rituals like this. I should be able to disrupt the binding quickly.
Thank you. We must hurry!
Did I do it? I did it.
Lethaline, Mirabelas.
Tel Abalos en Asel Atalhim. Mamilava Halani. Malasuladinadas. Magilani Midanam.
Manuvinen.
If I was an elf, would I be able to understand what the fuck they're saying?
Dareth Shiral.
I'm sorry, Solus.
Don't be. We gave it a moment's peace before the end. That's more than it might have had. All that remains now is them.
Thank you. We would not have risked a summoning, but the roads are too dangerous to travel unprotected.
You tortured and killed my friend.
We didn't know it was just a spirit. The book said it could help us.
Solus.
Never again. I need some time alone.
No, wait, no!
I
Get
will
back!
meet you back at Skyhold.
Guess we go back to Skyhold. Motherfucker. How did we get here before him?
Inquisitor.
How are you, Solus?
It hurts. It always does. But I will survive.
Thank you for coming back.
You were a true friend. You did everything you could to help. I could hardly abandon you now.
Where did you go?
I found a quiet spot and went to sleep.
Besties!
I visited the place in the Fade with my
He
friends.
totally won't
It's empty.
do anything
There are
bad.
stirrings of energy in the void.
Like
Someday
break our
something new
trust
may grow there.
or anything.
What happens when a spirit dies?
It isn't the same for mortals. The energy of spirits returns to the Fade. If the idea giving the spirit form is strong, or if the memory has shaped other spirits, it may someday rise again.
You're saying your friend might come back?
No, not really. A spirit's natural state is peaceful semi-existence. It is rare to be able to reflect reality. Something similar may reform one day, but it might have a different personality. It would likely not remember me. It would not be the friend I knew.
I'll let you get back to work.
All right. Thank you again.
Yee. What's up, Segert?
Inquisitor.
Who the fuck is talking to me? Let's check in on Solus.
Inquisitor, Do you have a moment? What were you like before the anchor? Has it affected you? Changed you in any way? Your mind? Your morals? Your spirit?
I don't believe so.
Ah.
Why do you ask?
You show a wisdom I have not seen since my deepest journeys into the ancient memories of the Fade. You are not what I expected.
What have I done that's so surprising?
Humans are short-sighted, brutish, blind to the beauty of the Fade. Their minds cast in a duality of black and white. But you have shown a subtlety in your actions. A wisdom that goes against everything I know of your people.
I'm just one part of this team, Solus. What about Cassandra or Liliana?
Cassandra separates matters of faith from those of the world. And she above all should understand how limited that is. Liliana has a brilliant mind, but her faith was damaged. To her, it is all a game of tactics now. But not you.
So what does this mean, Solus?
It means that I respect you deeply, Inquisitor. And I have disturbed you enough for one evening.
We're challenging his worldview. But it's not gonna fucking matter, you bitch. I don't understand. Okay, I don't understand what the point of doing this walk around is. They could have just had the main hall door be that first door. Let's check in on Solus again.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor.
My friend.
Yeah.
We'll talk later. Goodbye.
Alright, let's do... grab... and Cullen and Liliana. I think we're the two that are on short missions. We're on short missions. The Inquisitor. I had no idea the Herald of Andraste was a fellow collector. I have made your wishes known to the most reputable shops in Valerayo. If Lady Monthilier's old family crest is to be found anywhere, they are the ones to divine its whereabouts. May you have the best of luck. If there are any objects in your possession you may wish to part with, do not hesitate to write to me again. I have a wonderful collection of Storm Age Ravani marriage seals coming in this winter, and I'd be delighted to discuss their history should you ever find yourself in Ghislaine. Humbly yours, Marquis Palentes. Such sheen to her scales, a beauty indeed. Your gift will allow my imagination to take flight. Oh, such things I have dreamed of crafting for so long. In return, Heron will send all my collected notes, a bit scattered perhaps, but maybe your own smiths will find them of use. Wade. Hell yeah. Okay. An unknown traitor is lurking in Liliana's closest circle of spies, and she must set a subtle trap to catch the double agent. Planning will take considerable patience, but the Inquisition must purge this enemy spy from its ranks.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, we have received word. We have recovered from our wounds and are ready to serve the Inquisition as you see fit. Evangeline has friends among the.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
As you see fit, Evangeline has friends among the Elysian nobility who may listen to our cause, and I am familiar with several caches used by the rebel mages. Or, if you prefer, we would be honored to join the Inquisition troops near Valferman and fight the forces of Corypheus as best we can. Yours in service, Reese and Evangeline. Professional work, I'm going to bring things with a great deal of gold. Yeah, let's...
To work?
Military might near Valferman. That sounds more useful. Search Val Royale's shops for a Montpellier family crest. Okay, we'll go to the Undercroft because we got some trials rewards. So far, none of the trials rewards have been all that good. Anyone else have a level up? No. Let's see. This axe. Oh, it's a single. It's one-handed. So Cassandra. Let's see. Cleave is better, and it has a rune. Does rune. Yeah, we will swap. Okay, stave. Nope. Dagger. Nope. Okay, armor. King Deathroot. Nope. 13. Oh wait, Cole is level 13 now. Ah, he has the good armor. Never mind then. Accessories. I don't think anyone has any gray rings anymore. I think we have everyone with blue. Yeah. Willpower. I don't know who would use willpower. But we will have Cassandra O'Hara. Oh, wait. We want that hunter armor back.
The pen
Let's...
is mightier.
look different on other people? No. I guess we just go for what looks the coolest. Okay. Lens. Let's see. Bianca arms 6. No, 7. I can count. 63 is the highest damage. Ooh. Alright, for now we will use Lazarite. Flanking. 20%, 28% armor penetration. Oh, I'm not gonna use my dragon link stuff. Or my dragon scales. 8%, 8% crit, 16% crit bonus, 20% crit bonus. Let's do 8% critical chance. 25% armor penetration. Eric. Okay. I should have. It's a master fire rune. That does more damage, but only towards demons, so we'll keep. I think it's Bianca aiming for. I think I have it. Okay. Back to the Exalted Plains. And we will go with Varric, Solus, we'll roll with the OG.
Nothing to report, sir.
Glad to hear it. Huzzah! For the Inquisition. And whatnot. What are you fine fellas? Y'all just chilling? Y'all having a good time?
Good day.
Good day. You have a deep voice. It's kind of intimidating. What was that? Oh, it was just Embrium. Lin Salon. What's that? Oh, that's more Viridium. We'll yoink more of that. Grabbing. Oh, I see a quarry. I mean, a logging stand. I need you. Level 8 Page Demon. That's weird. He should be my level. Oh, more rash finds. Ooh, piece of candy. Rosal, if you arrive while I'm out foraging, I left the herbs you asked for in the cleft of the rock near camp. Get started on brewing and I'll see you for supper. Rabbit? Helen. You'll get hooked. The Yellow Logbook contains records of the day-to-day running of a small silver mine. The most recent entries differ slightly from the ones that came before. Yield 11 crates. D crew broke through a wall and found a hidden chamber. Looks like a tomb. Gave orders to seal it back up. D crew disobeyed instructions. Lead of D crew asked assistance of 2 from A crew to dig deeper into tomb. Lost 1. Gave orders to seal chamber again. Emphasized unlikelihood of greater riches within. All of D crew and A crew missing in sudden collapse. Panic over elven curses. B and C crews inciting. Men want to collapse the entire mine to prevent curse from escaping. Urging reason. The revealed symbols show what appears to be Dithaman, the elven god of secrets, on the back of a large crow. You gonna say anything, Solus? Bitch boy McGee? How do... Go get to that other one. Going to zoom. There's a path from this Fade Rift. There's There's precious little we know about Fan-Haral, for they say he did not care for our people. Alganan and Mithal created the world as we know it. Andriel taught us the ways of the hunter. Delays and June gave us fire and crafting. But Fan-Haral kept to himself and plotted the betrayal of all the gods. And after the destruction of Arlathan, when the gods could no longer hear our prayers, it is said that Fan-Haral spent centuries in a far corner of the earth, giggling madly and hugging himself in glee. The legends say that before the fall of Arlathan, the gods we know and revere fought an endless war with others of their kind. There is not a Harlan among us who remembers these others. Only in dreams do we hear whispered the names of Gelderan and Darenthal and Anaris, for they are the forgotten ones, the gods of terror and malice, spite and pestilence. In ancient times, only Fan-Haral could walk without fear among both our gods and the forgotten ones. For although he is kin to the gods of the people, the forgotten ones knew of his cunning ways and saw him as one of their own. And that is how Fan-Haral tricked them. Our gods saw him as brother, and they trusted him when he said that they must keep to the heavens while he arranged truce. And the Forgotten Ones trusted him also when he said he would arrange for the defeat of our gods, if only the Forgotten Ones would return to the Abyss for a time. They trusted Fan-Haral, and they were all of them betrayed. And Fan-Haral sealed them away so that they could never again walk among the people. From the tale of Fan-Haral's triumph, as told by Gisarel, keeper of the Ralafaran clan of the Dalish Elves. The ancient tribes, elves, Selene loyalists, Gaspard loyalists, too much war, too many dead. Reality in ribbons and shreds, not just in the sky but everywhere. The walls are brittle and crumbling. First the fourth in 3, 2, 1. Here comes the clicking in my head box. Clickety click. What is that? Hello? Are you out there? Can anyone see this? That's fucking spooky. That's fucking spooky. Was someone trying to dig out of the fucking rock there? Yeah, frozen. Bitch. Loot. Squad got their level up. Oh, it's up there. Ah, fuck that, I'm not getting that. Level 13. Spike Trap creates an even larger detonation. Spike Trap leaves your enemies bleeding for several seconds. Ooh. A stacking effect? Yes. Solus. You catch stray magic around weakened enemies and use them to increase the damage of your own attacks. Damn. Yeah, we have that maxed out. Your party does more damage to taunted targets as you rattle your enemies' nerves and goad them into mistakes that leave them open. Hell yeah. That's a wolf. That's an elven wolf. Which elven god uses the symbol of a wolf? Roses are red, pansies are yellow. How are you doing away from your fellow? Dear Valerie, I wrote that for you. I hope you like it. I'm deep in the usurper's territory, but I've kept out of sight. One of my many talents. It's been hard, but the thought of you keeps me alive. I'll be home as soon as our Empress wins the day. Missing you, Albane. Peace. I know pansies aren't always yellow. I couldn't think of any other yellow flowers. Tulips? Aren't tulips yellow? Well, I guess tulips can also be different colors, can't they? I don't know of any flower that is strictly one color. Now I'm guessing, second guessing myself. Ooh, spooky cave. Shrine to Soleil's. What are you doing here?
Goodbye.
Get fucked.
Veil fire.
Already lit. The revealed symbols show a hawk and a hare chasing the sun. Soleil's, the Hawkkeeper, is seen as the sister of Andriel, the Huntress. While Andriel loved to run with the creatures of the wild, Soleil's preferred to stay by her home tree, occupying herself with gentle arts and song. It is Soleil's who gave us fire and taught us how to use it. It is Soleil's who showed us how to heal with herbs and with magic, and how to ease the passage of infants into this world. Again, it is Soleil's who showed us how to spin the fibers of plants into thread and rope. We owe much to Soleil's, and that is why we sing to her when we kindle the fires and when we put them out. That is why we sprinkle our aravels with Soleil's fragrant tree moss, and ask that she protect them and all within, as told by Gisherel, keeper of the Ralafaran clan of the Daelish Elves. Pascal, Augusta's on the trail of some elven mystery. If what I've heard is true, I don't want that pompous arse getting his hands on it. Think he's smug now? He's searching for runes. I know at least two. The ancient baths and the ruin and Anavarus. You know the one. Remember the mead? Get going. I'll send a messenger if I hear more. Behind. Oh my god. Hold on, what's the drip look like for that armor? Oh, elf trained. Oh, Solus. Drippy. Okay, let's see here. Probably follow the river. What's up, lads? Bitch! I thought you were dead. Slut. No, it doesn't look like it goes anywhere. I'm gonna check anyway. Yep, it just ends. Splishy splash. Slow motion. Oh, shut up, dead thing. You're dead. Var Belanaris. Var Belanaris, our eternity, where hundreds of our ancestors are buried. For those of us who can still lay our kin to rest. Although this land now belongs to Orlais, the Shemlen have never reclaimed it. Perhaps their guilty conscience stops them, or perhaps those uncomplimentary tales of elven curses and vengeful spirits have some use after all. Keeper Gisharal of the Aralafaran clan. Well, I'm sure we will have a quest to take us in there, so we won't explore it yet. Obsidian. I think we need more obsidian, but I'll take it anyway. Duheim, we're searching the ruins. We heard Augustus' boys are digging in the stones at Halland something. I hate these elf names, Pascal. Fuck you, Pascal. I think the elf names are cool. Please, give me more fantasy names. I like it. Give me your made-up languages. Let me consume them. Nom nom, gobble them up. Could understand what the fuck the yes. Oh. Fuck up, bitch. Grab my Veilfire. More bloodstone. Oh, I see it. Thought I saw it. Oh, yep, I did see it. The revealed symbols depict a pair of hands cupped around the moon.
That looks like all of them. We'll see what the researchers at Skyhold make of this.
Invasion. Search along the edges here. Let's go into that bit of land we haven't
Have you been
explored.
taking notes on all this, Varric?
Well, you'll need to be more specific there, Seeker.
The Inquisition. You're not planning to write a book about us, are you?
Don't catch your hope. You're not that interesting a subject.
I'm gonna take that as an insult, Varric. I think I am a very interesting subject. Thank you very kindly. Alright. Rude. Aline Salon. Baelish encampment. Ooh, quests. Yippee!
A Dalish camp. Interesting. Please don't get too close to the Hannah. They're unused to strangers.
I won't disturb them. Rest easy.
Maceranus, I did not expect such kindness from a stranger. May I ask, traveling these plains, have you come across a golden Hal? I fear human soldiers may kill her. If she would only draw close, I could gain her trust. I could protect her.
Why do you think soldiers hunt your Hala?
Pelts and horns sell for gold in Shem markets, I hear. And if they were golden?
I've heard of a golden Hala. You call it Hanal Gillen, the Pathfinder.
You have heard the legend. I'm
Yes, I have.
Yes. Some of us believe she comes to the people in times of great need. Goodbye then.
Find the golden howler.
These are not good times to come unbidden before the people, especially here, where we remember the destruction of our home at the hands of humans. My patience is thin, with all that has befallen. Perhaps you should be on your way.
What has befallen your clan?
The Orlesian War has hindered our progress through the dirt. The armies cause rock slides. They dig ditches that trip the Hala and destroy the Arvils, making passage impossible. Precisely when the clan needs him most, my first, Tavin, defies my wishes and mounts an excursion to the Emerald Graves. And now, I've learned that the grounds of Var Balanaris are infested by angry spirits from the beyond.
I can deal with that for you.
My clan and I would be deeply grateful if you could, and be mindful of the resting places of our dead. Our Balanaris is sacred ground.
Why do elves call this plain the Dearth?
When the people settled here, we called it Dearth of Erin. The promise. For the Dales were promised to us by Andraste. It is still the Dearth to us, even if the Shemlin give it a name that recalls our destruction. Another time.
Mathal asked Valoran, where are you?
Who's Valorin?
My brother. He's been sullen for a while because the Keeper chose another as his apprentice. He thinks it's a slight, but it isn't. He just wasn't ready. Keeper Howen wants him to wait. Then he took off 3 nights ago on his own. I don't know what he was thinking. The Keeper sent hunters to search, but they never found a trace. Mathal's mercy. If anything's happened...
Elgranon, the Allfather. Long ago, when time itself was young, the only things in existence were the sun and the land. The sun, curious about the land, bowed his head close to her body, and Elgranon was born in the place where they touched. The sun and the land loved Elgranon greatly, for he was beautiful and clever. As a gift to Elgranon, the land brought forth great birds and beasts of sky and forest, and all manner of wonderful green things. Elgranon loved his mother's gifts and praised them highly, and walked amongst them often. The sun, looking down upon the fruitful land, saw the joy that Elgranon took in her works and grew jealous. Out of spite, he shone his face full upon all the creatures the earth had created and burned them all to ashes. The land cracked and split from bitterness and pain and cried salt tears for the loss of all she had wrought. The pool of tears cried for the land became the ocean, and the cracks in her body the first rivers and streams. Elgranon was furious at what his father had done and vowed vengeance. He lifted himself into the sky and rustled the sun, determined to defeat him. They fought for an eternity, and eventually the sun grew weak, while Elgranon's rage was unabated. Eventually Elgranon threw the sun down from the sky and buried him in a deep abyss created by the land's sorrow. With the sun gone, the world was covered in shadow, and all that remained in the sky were the reminders of Algernon's battle with his father, drops of the sun's lifeblood which twinkled and shimmered in the darkness. And the tale of Algernon and the sun is told by Gisharel, keeper of the Relafern clan of the Dalish home.
Elkanan, the stores are so low.
You seem troubled.
It's nothing. Just our stores. With the Shem War and the demons, replenishing them has been difficult. For one, we're almost out of herbs, and we lack materials to repair the Aravals. I don't even remember. There's so much we're missing. It's all written in my ledger.
June, god of the craft. We dedicate all our crafts to June, for it is he who taught the people to bend the branches of trees to make our bows, and to fashion coverings of furs and iron bark. Without June, would we have the Aravel or the harnesses for our hala? When the people were young, we wandered the forest without purpose. We drank from streams and ate the berries and nuts that we could find. We did not hunt, for we had no bows. We wore nothing, for we had no knowledge of spinning or needlecraft. We shivered in the cold nights and went hungry through the winters when all the world was covered in ice and snow. Then Selays the Hearthkeeper came and gave us fire and taught us how to feed it with wood. June taught us to fashion bows and arrows and knives so that we could hunt. We learned to cook the flesh of the creatures we hunted over Selays' fire, and we learned to clothe ourselves in their furs and skins, and the people were no longer cold and hungry. Keep running back and forth here. More iron, okay. Oh, she had some great bear fur. Nights are getting cold.
Greetings to you.
You are the one they called the Herald of Andraste.
That's me.
I've heard so much about you and your Inquisition. There's talk even amongst the Dalish.
Ah, talk. What do they say exactly?
Well, the clans are worried about what this might mean for us. The Dalish, that is. No matter what they say, your Inquisition is the only thing trying to help the world.
Damn straight.
I wish I could be a part of that.
You want to join the Inquisition?
It won't happen. Keeper Howen won't allow it. He doesn't trust anything to do with the Chantry or Andraste.
I could try to convince your keeper.
You could try.
I'll take my leave.
Greetings, stranger.
Nithal, the Great Protector. Elgar'nan had defeated his father, the sun, and all was covered in darkness. Pleased with himself, Elgar'nan sought to console his mother, the earth, by replacing all that the sun had destroyed. But the earth knew that without the sun nothing could grow. She whispered to Elgar'nan this truth and pleaded with him to release his father, but Elgar'nan's pride was great and his vengeance was terrible, and he refused. It was at this moment that Mithal walked out of the sea of the earth's tears and onto the land. She placed her hand on Elgar'nan's brow, and at her touch he grew calm and knew that his anger had led him astray. Humbled, Elgar'nan went to the place where the sun was buried and spoke to him. Elgar'nan said he would release the sun if the sun promised to be gentle and to return to the earth each night. The sun, feeling remorse at what he had done, agreed. And so the sun rose again in the sky and shone his golden light upon the earth. Elgar'nan and Mithal, with the help of the earth and the sun, brought back to life all the wondrous things that the sun had destroyed. And they grew and thrived. And that night when the sun had gone to sleep, Mithal gathered the glowing earth around his bed and formed it into a sphere to be placed in the sky, a pale reflection of the sun's true glory.
You seem fascinated with our camp.
Are you a merchant of some sort?
I am Taniel, the clan's craftsman. Leather, ironbark. These are my specialities. However, Keeper Howen has forbidden trade with outsiders we do not know or trust. You seem fascinated with our camp.
Do you have anything to trade?
The Keeper has forbidden trade with strangers we cannot trust. Please understand.
Boo, Stinky. Y'all getting a lore hidden down with your deer? I'm just gonna call him deer. Okay. Let's go find the golden Hala. Three bear pelts. Three great bear. No. Okay, so far so good. It's just going straight there. Oh, wrong way, you bitch. I wonder if there are great bears in this map, or if I have to go back to the first place.
Look, already she makes herself known to the others. She knows she's meant to be here. Thank you, Lethaline. I will never be able to express my gratitude.
You're welcome.
Harold, you return.
What's up?
Harold, you return. Another time.
At this rate, we'll never be on our way. You seem fascinated with our camp.
Do you have...
What you got? Shitty staff. Robes though. I want it. Damn, 14,000. Tier 2. Boo. Beat the demons at Bar Bellanaris. Can do that. Can do that indeed. Hey, what the fuck is going on here? Get absolutely obliterated. Dang. Venatori.
Reminds me of Nevara. We should not disturb the dead. Who knows what could happen?
Pressed the wrong button. I wanted to. Oh, I could destroy. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's fucking rude. It's so tempting though, because it's like the game's like, you can click this stuff. Go ahead. Click it. Tempting me. Lunadine Grotto. Requires tomb key. I'm not desecrating it now. You pissed. Maybe he can.
Herald, you return.
I've destroyed the demons on your sacred ground.
You were successful. You've put an old man's heart at ease. Thank you. You have done us a great kindness. If I may share something else with you, there are strange glyphs inscribed in the stones of this place. Revealed only with field fire, although they are elven in origin. I cannot make out their purpose. Perhaps they will mean something to you another time.
Fuck. What's our inventory space? 30, 60. Okay. Logging camp. Fuck yeah. Now we just need a fucking quarry. I can build a tower. Monument to last the ages. Oh, I see a fucking... Shit, how do I climb that? How do I get up to you? Not from here. Let's find Valoran. That's not. No. But
blood magic. Lived in Kirkwall long enough to know it when I see it.
Valoran's journal is stained with blood. Only a few entries can be made out. An Amalian keeps telling me I have to be patient. These. I'm almost 17. I have my Valasleen. I'm ready to learn more than simple spells. Keeper Howen will be sorry he ever doubted me. Stories say the ruins not far from where we're camped. I don't care what Taniel says. Getting Lindarane's talisman will prove to the Keeper that I'm ready to be first. If it's really as protected as Taniel believes, I'll just have to break through the wards. But if I can't do it myself, I know what. Dale's thin here. None of the other hunters were brave enough to go into the Shem war zone, but here I am. Has to work here. I know it will. Journal. Oh, and I found the talisman already. Okay, cool. Cool.
So, Seeker, your Inquisition grows.
It was never my Inquisition, Solas.
You did the brutal, thankless work of putting the wheels in motion. Do you feel no regret at letting that power pass to another?
I did my part, but the power you describe was never mine to carry. I know myself, and I cannot be the leader we need. Thus, I have no regrets.
You surprise me again, Seeker.
Your opinion of me must be very low for me to surprise you so often.
Not low, but realistic. Very few, however honorable, release power they have won.
Don't think I was supposed to climb it like this, but I did. Whatever works, works, right? Ruined arches. The half-buried wall of arches made for a unique camping spot. My guide informed me that it was once part of an ancient elven arena, although nothing in the histories I read mentioned anything of the sort on the plains. He also insisted on clambering up to the top of the blasted ruins, just swearing he had seen a royal elf fruit plant growing out of a crevice. From A Journey Through the Dales by Lord Horace Medford, Adventurer. In quotes. Adventurer in quotes. Number 6. Oh, right down there. Ah! Blood soaked. Ah! To pack. Jewels, dresses, book of prayers that Sister Sabri gave me. Wine. Knew the ones from 9:30. Bad here. Mother's grand oak armoire. The standing mirror. Let's fit in the cart. No worry. Ropes for lashing down. Everything in the toy chests. We have to keep the children quiet on the journey. Somehow. We'll find a way to make it fit. Oh, how the fuck? How am I supposed to get to that? What? Oh, this is some bullshit. Maybe it's not super bullshit. It's still kind of bullshit.
I didn't sign up for this.
I gotta go this way around to get to that. Boo. Fuck. Fuck. Is this not the correct way? It's not! Motherfucker. There's no way it's just fucking climbing this shit. No, I'm not gonna be able to jump high enough for this. I guess I am. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm calm. Oh, now I'm not gonna be able to fucking climb it. Oh, it's invisible. A little sippy sip of our drink. Bad ghosty. So we got that there. The other one's there. So we will go back to here.
Inquisitor.
That's me. Can I do that one requisition yet? No. I'm missing Arlesian tomes. Do. Now that looks like blood. Someone spit blood. Favors. First enchanter. I wonder if hold on. There's been lore at a hanging skeleton before. Will there be lore at this one? There is. And loot. This appears to be a list of people sentenced to hang, followed by a note. Cerise Richard. Desertion. Sir Roland. Desertion. Salvin Labiche. Murder. The Trout. Assaulting an officer. Carteren. Cartesian? Desertion. Have the boys show up the crossbeam before the morning lot. Thought I saw some leaning last week. We don't want lingering deaths even if they're scum. Yeah, what was that, sir? Jocelyn, I don't trust that Gordian fellow. He talks as though he's Arlesian, but I know he's not. I can hear it in his speech. Tell me you hear it too? I wonder what he's doing on that rise. He's forbidden us from going there, but I might take a look in a couple nights. Let me know if you want in. Have you heard anything from the Emerald Graves? They say Duheim's gone there to lead the Freemen. Damn, I miss him. He was a good commander. A bastard, but fair. Can I loot that from down here? No. How do I get to skull? Any loot? this house. Well. Ooh, piece of candy. Oh! They were mashed in. Damn. That's a way to go. Not a way I want to go. But a way to go. I would like to just sleep and then not wake. When I'm old, not while I'm young. Please. It's a lot of obsidian there. God damn it. How the fuck? What's the right way to... God damn it. Is this the correct fucking path? I think it was. Oh, but it's not even... Not gonna take me to the goddamn skull. Oh, motherfucking game. Nope. Come on. No. No. Come on, parkour it. Oh, yeah. Oh, doing the proper way up. Oh. That would have been so much easier. Oops. Now to find a safe way down. So how am I gonna climb that to get to... Oh, actually, this one's easy to parkour to. Or not. God damn it. Ooh, but found a piece of candy. Alright, squad. Look out. Parkour master coming through. Hell yeah. Cool. Go to that tower next, I believe. Ooh, lots of dead bodies right here. Not lovely. The Scout's journal is blood-stained and soggy from the rains, but some entries can still be made out. Day 12. Relieved Corporal Collin at the Bone Hill Scout Post. Not entirely happy about this change. This area sees no battle. Was correct in earlier prediction. Have only seen deer and rabbits. Killed a hare for food. Best keep stores high, just in case. Saw strange shapes wandering the hills at night. The enemy? They walked aimlessly with shambling gait. Best keep a quiver close by. Andriel's messenger. Long ago, when our people were strong and free, we roamed the world and can do as we pleased. But we were taught by Andriel, mother of Hares, to respect nature and all of the Creator's creatures. Even though the earth was ours, we did not misuse it. They say the great leaders of the people would pray to Andriel for guidance. Where shall we hunt? Where shall we raise our hala? Where shall we settle and build? Andriel would send her messenger, the owl, to show the people the way, and they would follow him to where the land was blessed. Always keep an eye out for the noble owl. You never know. Andriel might have a message for you. I'll loot him. I like picking up things. Probably not gonna be anything good. Material at least. It's not bad.
This place has seen better days.
Bitch. Trying to be all fancy. Oh, this is Gordian. And he got a lot of health. Ooh, that's what the frame drops here. Damn, you don't have anything good.
That's the last of them.
God, why is it weird walking up the stairs? Do I gotta really do hops? As with the stop and the White Rose, the individual tales of the three sisters are often told on their own. Seldom is the saga repeated in its entirety. Indeed, one of the few times an attempt to do so was as a play in the Grand Royaux Theatre that sharply criticized Divine Justinian's attempts at reform. The play was quickly banned after only 3 performances. book titled The Three Brothers was later published in Minrathous, citing the exploits of three Tevinter brothers who find themselves lost in Val Royeaux and spend their time ridiculing Arlesian culture. Despite claims in Tevinter that it is the original, it is quite clear that the Three Sisters legend far predates it. Throughout the legend's various incarnations, the most commonly depicted adventures include: the sisters are convinced to drink dwarven ale by a handsome nobleman with sinister intentions. Their reactions to the ale vary, but usually by the end of this tale, the sisters end up on a wild chase after the nobleman through the streets of the Belle Marche until he jumps into the river and drowns. The sisters ask for help from a group of dwarven merchants who say they will do so only if the sisters solve a clever riddle. The nature of the riddle varies, but the dwarves always cheat the sisters in the end. Typically, the encounter ends with the sisters fleeing before they are sold into slavery, though sometimes the legend has them clubbing the lead dwarf to death with paddles until the other dwarves run off. They are drawn into the annual Saturnalia parade, usually in the climax of the story, until the Imperial army descends upon the revelers and starts a chaotic chain reaction that results in the sisters either stowing aboard a pirate ship or wading through the elven alienage's sewers. It seems to change each age. Once their chaperone Levette catches up with the girls, they usually hang their heads in shame and return to the Montbéliard Monts to resume good and honest lives. Not always, however. The most recent versions of the legend have the sisters remaining in Val Royeaux to fight criminals while wearing black masks, though I honestly cannot tell where this comes from. What the fuck? I'd read that. What are you? What the fuck were you doing, sir? How do I get? Oh no. Don't. Okay, I apparently can't jump through that gap. Okay. Let's return to what we were doing. Actually, since I'm so close to the tower, I will check this tower out as well, see if it has any lore for me to grab.
We should search the area.
Alvarado's bathtub boot screech. If you can read this, you haven't drunk it. I love that. Oh, I can't climb this tower. Alright. Get out of the goddamn way. This letter, found in the pocket of an undershirt of a dead soldier, is nothing more than a heart drawn on paper, then rolled up and secured with a gold ring. That's depressing. Let's go find these shards, shall we? From a Corporal Marsh. If I do not survive this terrible conflict, I wish my property to be distributed amongst my family thusly. To my dearest mother, the last salary drawn from my service to His Grace the Grand Duke. To my brother Victor, my arms and armor. Long may you defend our family. To my elder sister Margaret, My love and everything in the Pinewood chest. To my younger sister Bess, the Pinewood chest, and my apologies. What? Oh. It took me a second to get that. Damn. Poor Bess.
Inquisitor.
It's me.
Anyone know the name of this river? Anyone?
Nolan, I've hidden the boat under Ferb's old fishing pier. You should have everything you need. Meet me down the river, but watch out for the currents. I'll wait for you. Love, D. What is that? Snowfleur? You have to kill it for the codex. I'm gonna grab that chest that's on the rooftop. I want to check out these houses. Good choice, Ryan. Hello, gents. I want you and your men to collect the dead and bring them to the ramparts. We have to burn them. Gather them together, then leave. I'll deal with it from there. Oh, you filthy fucking liar. Battle marked vintage. Warden Tontif. Home. Did you hear? One of the crews from Val Royeaux said they saw the famous Tom Rainier drinking at the Halberd, east of Val Royeaux. I thought you'd be interested, given your history. Although the lad's probably only seen him in sketches. Somehow I doubt the old captain's foolish enough to come within 100 miles of the capital. I'll let you decide whether you believe it. Anyway, I heard you might be relieved in a week or two. You could talk to Prowl, see if he'll let you take leave to follow the lead. He'll understand. Did allow you to enlist for our side even after what happened with Gallier, Roslin. I think I checked out that building.
Did you hear the watchtower call out the warning last night? They saved us.
No, I did not search this one. No, wait. Yeah, I did. Back along the road here. Just travel back to this camp.
Inquisitor.
It's me. I'm gonna keep saying that every goddamn time. Damn, this place is big. 4 out of 60. One right here. Easy enough climb. I like it when it's simplistic. What? Ville Montpellier. Ville Montpellier was the first settlement humans established in the Dales following the victory of the Exalted March. Soldiers were the earliest residents of the village. In 221 Glory, Sister Amity, champion of the Exalted March, laid the foundation stones of the village chantry in a symbolic gesture. The building's construction was completed in 222. Laying aside her sword and bow, Sister Amity took on the task of leading Ville Montpellier's flock, becoming revered Mother Amity. She served the Maker for over 40 years, ministering to both residents of the Dales and the many pilgrims to the historic site. Revealed Mother Amity died peacefully in her sleep in 264. Her ashes are interred in the Chantry's vault, where dozens of pilgrims still come each year to pay their respects. From Exalted, A History of the Dales by Lord Adamar Ardhout, Royal Historian. I love me some frosty rags. Bottle marked Vintage Warden Koronic. Notes of fruit and anger. I weep at what the armies have done. Ditches scar the landscape. There's fire everywhere. All around is the smell of bitter smoke and spilled blood. I remember coming here as a boy. It was late summer and the plains were bright and golden. The earth was warm and felt like home. All that's gone. My mother said my father was from these parts. She never told anyone but me that he was an elf. Maybe part of me, the elf-blooded part, feels what the Dalish felt for centuries. This is my home. I would give anything to preserve it. I'll go now with the others, but when the war is over, I will return. It will be beautiful again. God damn it. Ugh. The corn kind of sucks. That's annoying. Motherfucker. Why can't there just be a goddamn ladder? Why has it gotta be a pain in the ass? Is there gonna be a dragon in these parts?
You know, Seeker, for someone with your tact and charisma, you assembled a pretty good little Inquisition. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt and assuming you didn't drag them all here by force.
How kind of you.
I mean, you never know. You could have kidnapped Ruffles and she'd be too polite to say anything.
Liliana recruited Josephine. They're friends.
So there's a rational explanation after all. Just when I thought you had layers.
Kelly, here are the instructions for maintaining the house while we're gone. Don't let any soldiers in. Tell them to go away, but the lord of the house bids it. Keep the fire burning in the hearth every night, in case we return. You know, we don't like it when it's cold. Just make sure the linens are warmed as well, just in case. Papillon would be trouble on the road, so we are leaving her with you. Make sure she gets her butter puffs and don't upset her. Say your prayers, feed the fish. We will return once the war is over. Madame Paulette. That doesn't sound like too bad of rules. Lazar, I don't want you standing outside my window reciting your poetry. It's terrible. I don't love you. I don't want to be your scarlet rose. I don't want my velvet petals to unfurl for... I can't believe I just wrote that. It's repulsive. Please leave me alone. If you do this again, I'll tell my brother. He has an axe. It's big and sharp. Juliet. Oh. Triumph of the light. Remember the triumph over the profane. Sister Amity led the march to the river Tennessee, where stood shrines to the elven gods. These she struck down. Standing upon the banks, she sang the chant of light. Andraste's word had come to the Dales and delivered them from wickedness. Thing up there. Nope, can't climb it from this spot. Beans. Sweetheart, they say war is coming, but do not fear. I will protect you. Once Orlais is at peace, I shall marry you. I love you so deeply and truly, I want to scream it from the rooftops. Your ever-loving Lazar. Or she don't love you, homie. Okay, I think that's everything I can find in this town. A plaque on the bridge of Pont Augur reads, "Dedicated to all, elven and human, who lost their lives in the Second Exalted March." Pont Augur was built 100 years after the Exalted March of the Dales. It was named for Mayor Augur of Ville Montevelin, who raised the money to have the bridge built after several villagers drowned in a ferry accident trying to cross the river, swollen after the rains. Some villagers took offense at the dedication message on the bridge, which honors fallen elves as well as humans. Rumors that the mayor was elf-blooded began circulating. He was forced to step down. Racists!
Large and preemptive no to anyone even thinking of throwing me across. That applies doubly for you, Seeker.
Yeah. You're gonna have to toss me. Nobody tosses an orf, a dwarf. Why did I say orf? A dwarf. I'll see the Venatori and I'm gonna come kick their ass. Hey, how are ya? Like to meet Andraste? Oh yeah, that was Dorian's questline. Oopsies. Oh yeah. Not operation.
We can clear this easily, says the man who isn't actually going to do the work.
I have faith in the people of the Inquisition. I'm gonna go piss. I gotta piss. BRB.
That is cool. I'm
I
putting
fucking hate this clip. I look how I look weird.
Didn't break it.
Hate it. More cock? Fat ass, get over here. Look at that dump truck of a bear.
It's what Dark Souls wishes it could be. Yeah, I fucking said it.
Fuck Dark Souls. I don't care how many people I piss off with that. I'm sticking by it. Yeah. God, I haven't touched this sword in so... That did not sound right. That was stupid of me. You want me to go down? Bird. Oh no, the children are dying. Game. Game. You know, it's just one less mouth to feed.
I was told the moon was made of ladies' tears.
It ain't?
Ain't true. Not one little bit. But I like you boys. But I ain't got
not?
700 on me. You want it?
It's gonna happen.
I already told you. It's a surprise. Don't you like surprises?
No, I'm insecure. I've never felt the touch of a woman. Kiss myself. I have a big ego. I do have a big ego. Ah! Alright. Continue on. The Twin Towers. The intrusive thoughts won that one. Well, they haven't fallen yet. But they were hit by something. Never forget. Eric, I'm gonna need to... Fuck out of the way, people. I wonder how janky Veilguard is gonna be. I kind of hope it's a bit janky. I like it, but you know, my fantasy RPGs always there's gotta be some like. I want a good bit of jank in my fantasy RPGs. It gives them character.
Victory at last!
That was a brilliant show, Inquisitor. My men had barely been keeping the Horde at bay. Bastien Prou, Marshal of the Grand Duke's forces here in the Dales.
Why are you barricaded
Why have you
here?
barricaded yourselves in here?
We had to retreat from the Western Front. The demons and undead were too much. But it's no better here. My patrols don't return, messages are lost. I've had no word from the capital in weeks. If we could regain our outposts, the ramparts, or even the garrison by the river, we can't just keep hiding. I want to die like a soldier, not cowering under a bed, praying the monsters don't get me.
I've heard something of the Freemen of the Dales. What do you know about them?
They're a mob of traitors, too soft for war. Thought it was a skirmish or two, then back for supper. Turns out it wasn't, and off they run to the first person to tell them their tantrums are acceptable. Now they want
This man
independence.
took this dude's
To
seat.
establish a new settlement. Ridiculous.
I've cleared out the dead from the western ramparts.
You did? Maker's breath. There's hope for us if the ramparts have been reclaimed. I'd alert our forces stationed outside the Dales, but the chaos makes it difficult
The
for
chaos.
us to get through. Demons. Those blasted freemen, or whatever they call themselves.
I shall take my leave.
Be well.
Did you know that Ravas is the elven word for freedom? Ravasan is the place where freedom dwells. One wonders why it wasn't given a more appropriate name after the reclamation of the Dales. Perhaps the adage remains true. Once one gets used to a name, it's hard to change. The walls in this place are ancient. I hope it holds. From the log of Marshal Bastien Prowl, loyal to Grand Duke Gaspar.
Have you seen any of our fallen
God,
men
I
out
hate
there?
French names.
Have many of you fallen?
What you see is all that's left. We were 1,000 strong once. The worst part is not knowing what happened to the men who don't come back. Deserters? Or dead? If they're dead, we've nothing to tell their families. Nothing to send home.
Good luck to you.
Shit, okay. Dangerous.
The Freemen were part of the undead problem? How?
Hon, bigot, bigot. Damn it, fuck. Possible lore. Donna Branakovich left his partner Javelin at the barracks. The recruit was even more jittery after the run-in with Captain Belladonna. And although Donna himself was starting to feel his limbs weighed down and aching after such a long shift, he finally had the scent of something in this case. He wouldn't let it get away. The city of Kirkwall has a legacy of collectors. It was built in ancient times by Devinters who collected suffering as if it were rare coins. And they passed on their obsession with obsession to future generations. On any street from Darktown to the Viscount's Keep, you can find someone who will always buy tapestries or who has every known spoon made in Navarra, or someone who hoards odd bits and scraps of historical knowledge like it's their grandmother's crockery, which was how he found himself knocking on a brightly painted door in the alienage. Oh, Guardsman! What a nice surprise. Nobody's been mugged, have they? The elf beamed up at him. She had green eyes so wide they barely fit in her face, and she seemed to be made of nothing but elbows and knees. No mugging today, Maisie. Donnan had to duck his head slightly to get through the door. That was something you might be interested in. He handed her the letter the magistrate's wife had given him the night before. Well, this doesn't look very interesting at all, Maisie frowned, disappointed. What you have claimed belongs to greater powers. It will answer to us. That's a lot of rubbish. Not that. Look at the back. She flipped the letter over and cooed as if she'd found a lost puppy. Oh, just look at you. You're just perfect. Maisie. Donnan spoke in a loud, firm voice, trying to remind her he was still in the room. Whose seal is that? Oh, it's the executor's, of course. Maisie peered excitedly at the wax seal, holding it up to the window for better light. I should have guessed it from the silly great powers nonsense. There's only been one example, on the letter claiming responsibility for the assassination of Queen Madrigal in 599. And this one is much better. Just look at that imprint. Any idea how I'd contact these executors, Donnan asked. Oh, they're not real, of course. Everyone knows that. Alright, Maisie. Okay, I enjoy the fucking Hard and Hightown stories. They're kind of engaging. Legend on this book, too. Typically, the three sisters react in a similar manner upon entering the Belmarsh. Therese is the adventurous one, intrigued by all the sights and sounds of the market, and the most heedless of any dangers. Marie is the brash one, the most suspicious of everything she sees, and the one who makes withering, sarcastic comments even if she allows her sisters to drag her along. Brielle, meanwhile, is always the innocent one. She is depicted as wide-eyed and startled, like a doe lost in the wilderness. Yet by the end of the tale, she is also the one who bursts out of her shell the most. A common initial stop for the girls, for instance, is the White Rose. It's an infamous establishment in the Belmarsh, serving tea and cakes to noble patrons by day, and at night transforming into a house of ill repute, filled with male and female prostitutes in elegant dress. The girls go there because the building is fashionable, someplace they can escape from the market's crowds. Inside, Marie is the first to realize that the friendly gentlemen are not what they seem. Brielle is scandalized, but it's Therese who runs off to dance with these men despite her sister's protests. This leads to a chase through the White Rose, Marie and Brielle stumbling into room after room where they are confronted with various patrons. Empress Celine herself is frequently mentioned. Marie scathingly berates these patrons, while Brielle is intrigued despite herself and eventually drawn off when Marie isn't looking. Marie throws her hands up in disgust and joins a dwarf in smoking an illicit substance from a wild contraption. Don't take substance. Don't inhale substances from strangers, especially if you do not know what the substance is. That should not need to be said. It's at this point in the tale where the girl's desperate chaperone, Labette, appears in the White Rose and things truly get interesting. Details vary, but by the end of this part of the tale, the White Rose is in flames, Labette has pummeled her way through a legion of clueless patrons, and the three sisters are led out the back door by a charming elf, completely unaware anything is amiss behind them. My knowledge, however, the White Rose has never burned to the ground in its entire existence and maintains a legion of guards that makes such antics implausible. Even so, the tale is stubbornly believed to be true even in Val Royeaux itself. This game was legitimately an excuse for the creator to just write lore. write stories. Alright, what? Best way. I don't think I can get... I don't think I can get down to here. I have to go around.
stays quiet for a while.
Hon, baguette. Sorry. Anytime I hear a French accent, I just think of baguette. Actually, that was my best French accent in a while.
It makes sense that Liliana did the recruiting when the Inquisition started. Not everyone can be intimidated into signing up, after all.
I recruited Commander Cullen.
Lucky him.
He's made no complaints about my manners.
His last boss was a raving lunatic who turned into a statue. That's not a high bar.
Oh, this is a wide-ass area, man. There's no way it's on. Oh, it's on the top of the fucking rocks, I bet.
No sign of trouble.
No sign of trouble. Nope, nothing in that corner. There's not gonna be anything up here. Oh, shit! There is! But I don't think it's what I'm looking for. Nope. Owie. Oh, there's the... Why didn't that light up? A well-worn piece of paper, clearly folded and unfolded numerous times. Things I will do on my return. Have roast boar and wine at the Black Swan. Visit our No at the Gilded Lily. Play Wicked Grace. Swim in Lake Celestine like I used to as a child. Sometimes focusing on this list is the only thing giving me hope.
Take you into his hands.
I'm gonna have to fight these guys, or can I ignore them? There we go, dealt with. Moving on. Damn it, another stupid... Destroyed. It. I do hope the parkour is better. Oh my god, if the parkour is as annoying as it is here. When you have to do it so much to grab things. What the fuck? Can I not? Dragon Age. Please. I'm just trying to complete your fucking quests, man. And you make it a pain in the ass. fucking ignore it. Motherfucker. Like, how else am I supposed to get...
No sign of trouble.
Nothing of trouble. Yeah, shut the fuck up. What the fuck? Because the horse... The mount doesn't give you anything. Doesn't add anything to your jump. Clearly, that's not like... How else am I supposed to... God damn. Oh, our inventory is full. Well, I think we can close this Fade Rift. Probably won't drop anything that we need to pick up. Noises, man. That's unnecessary. Let's see here. We're gonna drop. Pick that up. Because it's probably worth more. Apparently that's not the way through. Alright. Yeah, fucking wolves. Go away. Literally, no. Sketch of a Navarus. Okay. Now we go back to Scott. Back to Skyhold. All right. Level up. Sarah. When your stamina is exhausted, you fight even harder, lashing out fear to win the fight. Dorian. You've learned to leave enemies vulnerable in their terror. Enemies that are panicked take increased damage from all attacks. Which enemy doesn't mean you regain both health and mana. Ooh. Black wall. The chaos of combat frightens some, but for you it's a comfortable rhythm. Your mana regenerates faster when you are near hostile enemies. When an enemy dies near you, the thrill of death spurs you to hit that much harder. They thought you did weaker once they'd wounded you. They're very wrong. I don't really spend much time with low health. Let's see. That's too low. No new two-handed. That staff isn't good for anyone. Alright, no new weapons. Armor. Let's see. Right, let's see. So someone can wear the superior hunter armor. I think it shall be Varric. Then none of that. Accessories. Superb belt of Siren plus 10% stagger on being hit. We'll give that to Iron Bull. Ring of Doubt. Mage. Let's see. Enter stealth when not attacking during combat. You are a deadly threat to anyone that can't see you coming. When you attack from stealth, you automatically critically hit. We're gonna give that to Dorian. And sell everything else.
Would you have guessed such a pairing?
It was talking about my romance with Josephine. So... Sigil of Death plus 7 minus 50% healing bonus. Ooh, that one's actually not bad. Actually, probably use that one. Are we keeping that?
What's with scalding? No fun.
Inquisitor, we are honored to serve the Inquisition, and we will leave straight away. I pray that you defeat Corypheus, whatever he is, soon. It is terrifying to see demons pour into the world, endangering innocent people. And as a medium, I have studied spirits at length. I know many of these poor creatures meant no harm to this world, and were drawn into it against their will, corrupted through no fault of their own into something dangerous. I once called such a creature my friend. I lost him in the rebellion and never had the chance to offer forgiveness for the mistakes he made or help him find his way back safely into the Fade. He's talking about Cole. For the sake of both this world and that of the spirits, I wish you success. Both Evangeline and I will fight tirelessly on your path. Yours, Reese. There's a note below, presumably added by Cole. He remembers. Ow! Ow! The following is a confession that I, Abernail Harish, known as Painter when in the employ of the Inquisition, did betray our cause in exchange for promises of a title from the Venatori. I acknowledge the mercy of the Inquisition in allowing me my life in exchange for secrets of the enemy. Who I have now forsworn and I will willingly serve my sentence in prison. Abernail Harish, as witnessed by Liliana. Completed. Inquisitor, as a longtime scholar of the ancient Avara, I find the information you uncovered about Theodore Bright Axe fascinating. Many believe the Avara unsophisticated barbarians with no culture worth studying, but do not our legions say the same of us? The rich oral tradition of the Avar has been largely lost, leaving only these rune-marked fragments. Nevertheless, these confirm what we have heard in stories, that Theodore pulled her tribe away from a would-be warlord and chose a hard life in the mountains for uncertain reasons. It is fortunate that she did, for had the Avar remained, the ancient Alamari might have pushed north and attracted the attention of the Naromenian tribes that would one day form the Tevinter Imperium. Had that happened, it is unlikely the Alamari would have survived to become Ferelden as we know it. Based on marker runes left at each of these locations, I may be able to find the site where Tyrda's legendary axe is located. A crystal-headed axe, said to burn with flame, would be a fascinating find indeed if the Inquisition will finance my expedition. Hold on.
To work?
A report from Interphone. Citadel du Corbeau, where Celine's forces are stationed, was cut off from the rest of the Dales when Pont Augur was destroyed in the Civil War. Owing to the rocky terrain found in the Citadel, it has no other access points. Forces within could well have been stranded for weeks. Build it. Pont Augur has been repaired, and the Citadel is once more accessible by road. Oddly enough, we have seen no sign of activity from the army. Something to investigate further, perhaps. Chief Engineer Bernadine's report to Commander Cullen. Initial inspection. Elven ruins. Ancient, largely structurally unsound. Mortar damp and crumbling. Recent damage to load-bearing walls. Claw marks. Task. Clear loose rubble and reinforce collapsed passageway for safety. Requirements. 10 strong workers, 2 junior engineers, 2 guards for security, 3 wagon loads of squared oak beam, 170 kegs of brown ale. The passageway is clear and safe, access to the grove restored, 170 kegs of ale, not nearly enough for 15 hard-working Inquisition men and women. Now we know. The elven glyphs discovered in the Dales might prove valuable. Cursory inspection suggests they predate the ruins in which they were found, possibly transferred onto the stone from a much older edifice that dates back to the original elven nation or even earlier. Killian believes he may be able to show that. Translate them. It required some gifts to several Dalish clans traveling along the Waking Sea coast, but Killian was able to get the text he needed to translate the glyphs. He claims they are a kind of map showing the location to an ancient temple dedicated to Dirthaman, the elven god of secrets. He has provided us the location, but it should be noted we're not the first to investigate these glyphs. A group of treasure hunters evidently mentioned them several years ago, but they have not been heard from since. A letter delivered to Skyhold. Firstly, allow me to compliment the Inquisition's many victories on behalf of the Forsythia family. While Southern Thedas has seen the worst of it, we recognize that recent tragedies concern us all. Your Inquisitor's work in sealing the rifts and stabilizing the South has lessened troubles here as well. The Forsythia House would lend its support to the Inquisition. We would be happy to meet with your representatives to make it official. Tyrion Veneto, on behalf of Her Grace, Duchess Amalia. A missive from Josephine follows the letter. The Forsythias are one of the great noble houses in Navarra. While other noble families are divided between those who support the Pentagast line and those who would see new blood on the throne, the Forsythias have remained politically neutral. I doubt that Forsythius' offer is entirely altruistic. There are advantages to aligning with a powerful, far-reaching institution. Nevertheless, accepting their support gives us allies in Navarro without making a significant political statement.
Inquisitor.
Ooh! No, we haven't talked to our squad in quite some time.
Holding for the reply.
What do the people...
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pled.
Any visit...
Lord Nadovino of Antiva, a friend of my family not normally given to politics.
How did you get him to support the Inquisition?
Antivan are touched by worthy deeds, Inquisitor. I impressed him with the rightness of our cause. I also promised him 40 bottles from our wine cellar. He's had his eye on the Tevinter ports for years.
Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I can spare some time. What do you need? I'll tell you what I can.
Good afternoon.
Book. Way of the Rift Mage. From power bleeds, harness the flow. Your trainer's words make one passage stand out. There are no tomes dedicated to this manipulation. There's been no time for academics, only the practical, and not in a manner that mitigates risk. Power in a raw form has found an outlet, both visible and in ways that only we of arcane proclivity can sense. The risk is great, I count. From this page forward, these are the notes of Thelric. They began as the work of my mentor Julian, and I will continue in the research she began, as she cannot because she is dead. The rift we were examining did not react well to her last investigation. We believed ourselves prepared for demonic manifestation. We were not prepared for how the energies we expected would be encountered. Well versed in the forces that magic can produce, my senior was surprised by an alteration, a deviance. That which previously had to be coaxed is now a flood that must be staunched. The same amount of different intensity, quick to expose fault in the way it is accessed. She drew too much, expecting resistance. There was none, and her form suffered the brunt. Tread carefully in studies of new matters, for I cannot unsee the end of her. Oh, so the fucking books that I'm looking for are in... Oh! I think I know.
Here we are. I'd like to ask... Popular topic. Anything specific? Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a magister.
Yes, but that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil War had ended. The Magisterium was united, its armies scooping up bits of Thedas like candy. The Magisters who entered the Black City. It was a demonstration of how exceptional Tevinter had become.
But who were they?
No one knows. There's no record of a Magister named Corypheus. All this happened 1400 years ago, before the Blight nearly wiped us out. There are no records. Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believed.
But it's not.
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corypheus is. If he even remembers. There used to be families who claimed some of those Magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful, and the families distanced themselves from the tale. All we know is that some men and women entered the Black City looking for the old gods. What did they find? According to Corypheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
That's all I wanted.
Fair enough. Try not...
It doesn't surprise me you found the Wardens mixed up in all this. From first-hand experience, you should be wary any time my old order is involved.
I'll leave you.
Let's see. Inquisitor's Path. Enchanter. Ooh, I could be a Rift Mage. Rift Mage sounds like the most fun. From Rake and Roll in Victory, Commander Helene's words make one passage stand out. Many are reluctant to include the rank, but that is because it is rare enough that they have not seen it deployed. Most change their mind when they fight alongside. All change their mind when they fight against. Account. The training was not pleasant for me. When first I exited my circle, I was as a babe new to the world. And then I was in battle, in defense of nation and name, and the lines did form and my fellow mages took their positions in the rear. And I stepped forward. Then my place in the fray opened, and those of muscle and blade were around me, and I was not afraid. For I knew my role and worth, and soon did all others know them as well. Any concerns I had that the knights would not heed evaporated. All knew their rank, their place, and the value of that to their lives. Our blades were of different ken, but our purpose was clear and defined. On the field, in the battle, I command.
Yes, my dear.
Your lost books have been found.
Thank you, my dear. This was uncharacteristically generous of you. Yes?
Okay.
Inquisitor,
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'll leave you to your work. Working nursery with not a space wasted. We'll want for nothing.
Mother Giselle.
Inquisitor,
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
what would you like to know?
How are our forces at Skyhold doing?
Still in shock. For all that, your Inquisition is growing.
I don't care about the people elsewhere. Not about the fucking plant and replant seed shit. Okay, let's.
Inquisitor.
That's me. I can't help myself. Oh.
I can keep staring at this, but I won't get any closer.
Something I can help you with?
Yes. Possibly. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order. What we didn't see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Why imprisoned? He could just as easily have killed them.
Not easily. But yes, they may be dead. But the Seekers began this war against the mages. They cannot have simply vanished. There must be a trail we can follow, yet so far I have only discovered hints.
But they could have ended up just like the Red Templars.
Seekers do not use lyrium. I assume Corypheus gained control of the Templars by corrupting the lyrium they were already taking. To do the same to a Seeker, you'd have to force the lyrium upon him. That may be what happened, but it couldn't have begun that way. We're missing a piece of the puzzle, Inquisitor. I need to find it.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I left the Order, but I can never abandon them. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
Abso-fruitly. That hard and high tower.
Good book?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Wait, are you blushing?
What would I have to blush about?
You tell me.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales.
Hmm.
Swords and Shields, the latest chapter.
So you like to read. What's wrong with that?
It's frivolous. There are more important things for me to do.
That's just her favorite.
Nobody asked you, Tevinter.
I couldn't finish the last one you lent me. I actually feel dumber for having tried.
All right, Dorian, that's
It's
rude.
literature. Smutty literature. Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
Cassandra, you would do well with book talk. I should read it. He'd be pleased.
Why not? I think Varric would be pleased to have another fan.
Pleased? Yes, that's one word for it. They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. Pretend you don't know this about me.
Oh, I'm telling Varric.
I understand if resources cannot be spared to help search for the missing Seekers, Inquisitor. Still, it could involve a threat we are unaware of. There may be a use in looking.
So that book you were reading.
Yes, what of it?
So under that taciturn shell beats a true romantic heart.
Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses.
Fair.
Passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that?
It's just a little unexpected.
I don't need anyone picturing me mooning over stolen kisses.
Is that what you're doing? Mooning?
I will never hear the end of this, will I? Yes?
I have some more questions.
As you wish.
I don't think I have
Do
a
you need something?
Do you have any advice?
It's good that you recruit. My advice would be to watch.
Okay. I am a surgeon.
The leeches. They are quite delicate.
I am a sturgeon.
Consider it done. Whatever you need.
How's it going?
Our capacity increasing. It was...
Yeah, we already heard that from him.
Our
Inquisitor?
Can you think of it?
Nothing jumps out at me.
Okay. Oh, can I talk to you?
Inquisitor. A title hard to rhyme. A challenge for another day, I think. Forgive me my distractions, Eminence. I'm overwhelmed by you and what you've done. My name is Meriden, a humble bard.
Are you a bard like those of Orlais?
Oh, heavens no. I'm a minstrel first. My weapon is a cutting tongue, not blades. I hope my skills will help in some small way, if only I can give your deeds their due.
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
A simple thing that you know well. The power of a muse to rally hearts and minds. Inquisitor, I want to spread the word of what you've done. A small but vital role. Perhaps I'll also make a coin or two.
Carry on then.
Oh, I will do my best, Inquisitor.
Iron Bull, you got anything new? Oh, yes you do.
Inquisitor, come have a drink.
Oh no. A drinking game with a man that big? were
killing a
cooked.
high dragon like warriors of legend.
What exactly am I supposed to be drinking?
Maras lok.
What does that mean?
It means drink.
Okay. I'm gonna get so shit-faced.
I know, right? Put some chest on your chest.
Some muscles on your muscles.
That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the
Roar.
ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn.
That thing you just said. You shouted it during the fight, too.
We didn't bring him to the dragon fight.
Oh, Tarsidathan Halsam. Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
You shouted that while it was breathing fire at us.
I know, right?
Let's get shit-faced with the Minotaur.
Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Why do you think the Kunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
I don't like how you're looking at me.
It's a shame we had to kill the dragon.
Damn good fight. Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink. Nice. To dragons.
To dragons. Water.
To finding the biggest, baddest things in the world and showing them that we're badder.
Anan. You're doing good work, boss. I like how this Inquisition is coming. Next time you're free, why don't you come grab a drink? I'll introduce you to the Chargers.
Can you tell me more about Saharan?
It was a damn ugly place. Only getting uglier when I left. Between the Fog Warriors, the Talva Shath, my people, and the Vince. You were lucky to go a day without blood. What do you want to know?
What are things like for the natives of
More
Saharan?
lore.
I remember one guy. He made these things, fish wrapped in thin bread. Nice guy. Talk to him every morning. So, one time I'm asking about his bad back, and I see he's nervous, trying to tell me something with his eyes. Next thing I know, his assistants draw knives and come at my team. The rebels had forced him to poison my food.
And then?
I'd seen how nervous he was, so I hadn't eaten anything. A couple of my guys weren't so lucky. We killed the rebels. I lost 2 men to the poison, another to knife wounds. My friend who made the fish wraps died with a knife in his throat. Close quarters fight. He was caught in the middle. That is what things are like for the natives of Saharan.
What were the Fog Warriors like?
They were the worst of the rebels. They trained for stealth attacks. They made this fog. I never saw any mages, so I figured it was alchemy, not magic. They were almost invisible in it. I'd be on patrol in the market square. The fog would roll in, and before I knew it, half my squad dead without a sound.
It almost sounds like you admire them.
They didn't use poison. They didn't hurt civilians, and they were damn good fighters. You have to respect that. Plus, they hit the Vince as hard as they hit us. Hearing some terrified Magister scream, "My slaves! Where are my slaves?" in the fog always put a smile on my face.
Tell me about the Tal Vashoth.
When Qunari can't handle the fighting in Saharan or lose faith in the Qun, they go rogue. They flee into the wilderness and turn into bandits, attacking everyone. They're vicious, savage. You look at them and you can see why my people needed the Qun to stay civilized.
Isn't that what you did, though?
Hey, when I burned out, I didn't go rogue. I reported in and went where the Ben Hasrath sent me. I'm doing my job, serving the Qun out here. I'm not some bandit. I am nothing like them.
Oh, that made him mad.
Tell me about the Tevinter people you fought.
The Vince sent forces to Saharan every autumn. Guess they didn't like the summer heat. We had some good fights on the beaches, standing in knee-high water foaming red with blood, ships on fire around us. The cities were worse. Free bit of advice. Don't let the Inquisition forces get suckered into urban combat.
Why do you hate Tevinter forces so much? What makes them so bad?
It's not their armies. It's their spies. They bloodied Saharan year-round, killing loyalists, supporting rebels. Alam had no city administrator. Nobody would accept the position. The last 4 who held it died inside a year. Trying to conquer a country is one thing. Making it so nobody can live there, that just screws everyone.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss. Man, those serving girls are frisky.
You said we should go get some drinks and meet your company.
Yeah, come on. It'll be fun.
Yay, more drinking with Iron Bull.
Ah, good. We're not drinking alone. How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your worship. I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
Do you prefer Creme or Cremisius?
Crem's faster. The chief's nicknames usually end up sticking.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Qun.
They ever wear shirts under the Qun, chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms.
Yeah.
Let me know
I
if
like
you need
you,
help
Creme.
binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
Did you always know?
Yes. It's not the most fortunate thing to know about yourself growing up in Tevinter, one rung above slavery.
In Kunadar, creme would be an Akunathlak. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
And Qunari don't treat those Akun people any differently than a real man.
They are real men, just like you are.
Go.
Maybe your people aren't so bad after all.
Don't get your hopes up, Creme. We still come down hard on the back talk. Anyway, here's the rest of the charges, or what's left of the rest. A lot of them went looking for stronger drinks. We've got Rocky and Skinner there, and over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes, but they're mine.
So, how do you join the charges?
Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
Bull took me in. Now I get paid to kill shams.
This is actually really good behavior for her. She's not marking her territory or anything.
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Orzammar. I got exiled. Stupid noble crap. Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape rate.
Rocky's one of our best sappers. He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Qunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan at once.
Now, sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A bow with a giant glowing crystal at the tip.
Yes, it's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
I take it you're the company healer?
Yes, first time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
Grim, is it?
Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country, or a chieftain. Something like that.
You've got a good company, Bull.
We do all right.
Man can beat the Chargers, cause what hits you where it hurts. Unless you know a tavern with loose cards and looser skirts.
I like how you can tell that this was recorded in a different room to get the whole Chargers to sing instead of having
Thanks
to do it
for coming
individually.
by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team.
I like it though.
Hey, that elven redhead who makes the buns in the kitchen. Is she available? Because I'm getting signals.
I'd like to hear more about the charges.
Always happy to talk about my guys. What do you want to know?
I'd like to know more about Krem.
He's a good soldier, and a better second in command. The troops need someone to complain to when I'm being a hard ass. He's good for that.
You don't have a problem with him being from Tevinter?
Nah.
But you hate the Vince?
Sure, but he's not a Vint. He's just Krem. I can get worked up about a group or a nation just fine, but people, it's too much work to hate them one by one.
Nope, I'm not asking that because it's not an issue.
How did you start the group?
It's easy to make a name for yourself as a merc when you're a head taller than most folks. I spent a year or two working for Fisher's Bleeders, but their captain was crap. Figured I could do better. The best folks in the Bleeders agreed with me, so we split off.
I imagine Fisher disagreed.
He came at me. I snapped his sword in half, and we talked things out over drinks.
What are the craziest jobs you've ever taken?
Besides this one, there's a lot of violence between the nobles here, but that's standard work. The fun stuff is when they party. They always want to impress each other, and that means getting something shiny.
We've hunted wyverns, fought through caves to find some old magical crap. Even went giant baiting once.
What's giant baiting?
So this old guy, Comte Van Chess, has some kind of a pageant planned. But he needs a giant, which is off in some damn cave. He's got some kind of rare charm to control the giant, but no way he's going into that cave himself. So we go in, kill some spiders, find the giant, and wake it up.
It attacks us because, of course, it does. And we let the big bastard chase us outside where Van Chess is waiting.
That was actually your plan? To let a giant chase you?
Yeah, we had to stay out of reach, but close enough that it wouldn't give up. It was tricky. Good news is the giants are slow. Long as my guys ahead could clear out the spiders, we were fine. Bad news is the giant spiderwebs slow you down a bit more than you think.
But at least Comte Van Chess got his giant for the pageant.
Turned out that charm was a phony. Giant ate the poor guy alive. It's okay, though. We still got paid.
We got paid.
You have people from plenty of different backgrounds in your group.
Yes, well, when you're in Orlais and you look like me, you can't be picky about who you take in. A lot of them got turned away from other companies that didn't want a knife here, or a crazy dwarf. Their loss. You get my back in a fight and carry your own weight, you're good with me.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Can I talk to Krem some more?
Inquisitor?
Can you think of any other?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
I wanted to talk.
You know, I'm from Tevinter. Wasn't a slave, but even citizens have it rough if they're not mages. I was a soldier, but women joined the ranks under a different program. When they found out I was passing, it got ugly. I ran, met Bull near the border, and ended up here. Not a life I'd wish on everyone, but it'll do.
Why did you decide to live as a man?
I didn't decide anything. I've been like
Yeah.
this my whole life.
That was a
My
bad
parents
question.
wanted me to marry up. They tried to find me a nice merchant's son. Every day, put on a dress, look into my father's shaving mirror, and just hate myself.
How did your family react when you started?
My mother wanted to throw me out. She said if I didn't marry well, I was dooming the family to slavery. She was happy to take the money I set as a soldier, though. Not that it mattered in the end. My father. When I was little, he'd angle his mirror down so I could pretend to shave, just like him. He never said anything, but I think he knew.
Damn. Damn.
If you had the chance to use magic, would you change all the way?
What? No. I don't want any magic like that within 10 yards of my body. When I was younger, I don't know. Everyone has silly dreams. In Tevinter, dreams like that get you killed. Bull helped me make a good life. Nice armor and a well-placed sock, and I'm happy.
What's Tevinter like for a citizen? Someone who isn't a slave or a mage?
I'm of the Separati, citizens who aren't mages. Mages are in charge and everyone knows it. But a wealthy merchant can have an easy life. At the low end, people just try to stay out of slavery. My father was a tailor. I joined the army after the Imperial slaves drove him under.
How did slaves drive your family out of business?
My father made shirts, aprons, that kind of thing. Nothing fancy. One of the magisters had a pet project to prevent the poor from dying of cold in the winter. Nice, right? He had Imperial slaves making simple peasant clothes and selling them for almost nothing. That magister's nice idea put out slave-made clothes at prices my father couldn't match.
It's difficult to compete with someone who doesn't get paid.
That's Tevinter. My father sold himself into slavery. He's one of the Servus Publicus, the Imperium-owned slaves now.
You
Can
said
we
you
rescue
left
him?
Tevinter when they discovered your
Seems
secret.
like a good man.
Women are allowed to serve, but only in certain ranks and disciplines. I was up for promotion, but the healer I'd bribed to sign off on my physical had to tend to a sick magister. When the replacement healer saw what was or wasn't in my parts, he made threats. It was slavery or death, so I knocked him out and ran.
It's against the law to pass as a man.
It's a crime to lie on an Imperial application for service. Would have been a heavy fine or slavery. For 10 silvers, the healer said he'd tell the Tribune I was sick in the head. Some pity for the mad little girl. That was when I hit him. I'd served for a few years. I was good at hitting.
I'm surprised you escaped from the Tevinter Imperium so easily.
It's not like I lived in Minrathous. I was in Trevis, not far from the Navaran border. It helped that I was being chased as a deserter, not a runaway slave. Slave hunters only get paid for what they catch. They're efficient bastards.
We'll talk later.
I feel like either Krem was added in late or was along the entire time from the creation of Iron Bull, but they but then they had to make a decision of who to make as the next companion between Iron Bull and Krem. Maybe they shouldn't have made. No, you kind of have to have Cassandra as a companion. I mean, you could do without Black. Oh. I kind of want Krem as a companion. He's fucking cool, dude. But then that would have just been another warrior. That would have been just a repeat, but I don't know, I feel like they could have made it work. They could have figured something out, but also I know this game had massive crunch time. We're not gonna raid anyone with just
because these days I don't really
one viewer, so one tonight. But thank you all for lurking. Thanks for hanging. I should be live tomorrow night with more of this. Yeah, we'll see how much more progress we make. Peace. Ah.